How's everyone doing? Hello, hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hi. Thank you, Andrea. Hello. Maritza. Hello, Mike. Solers, Patty Sullivan. Hello. I'm sorry, everyone's name. I'm not good with reading those names. Sometimes. Okay. And let us get started. How's everyone doing tonight? You finally caught me, huh? You finally caught me. What was I doing wrong? No, just kidding. The Fae. Yes, I've seen your name show up in my comment section many times. Hello, Tyler. Daryl? Hi, Arkin. 133. Hi, Mia. Thank you, Faye. The Faye. Hello, Alexandra. Alexandra. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Kazed. I don't know. Hello, Daryl. Hello, Culture, whatever. Sweet Genuine Love. Hello. Okay. I just did a couple of really cool readings. One is going on to YouTube. Hello, Honest Rain Music. Cool name. Lindsay 7. Penelope Ellen. Slayer Dave. Cool name. Hi, Savannah. If it's a tarot question, I'd say no, because it'll probably come out in the cards or whatever. Plus, everyone's going to be like, oh, answer me questions. So if it's a tarot question, no, but you can ask me anything else. Hello, Kimmy. No offense. Savannah. Yes, I still do one-on-one readings, yes. I do them live via Zoom call. In fact, I have a reading scheduled for 9 p.m. tonight with a new client. Yes, I do private readings. Yes, I do. They're done Zoom. If you're familiar with Zoom, you know, it's like a FaceTime, but it's for like business meetings. And we're face-to-face, so we interact. Yes, Arkin. That is, I know who you are. I can't. This is terrible. I'm going to have to go into my email. My gosh. Yes, prices are still the same. Been trying to figure out. Yeah, they'll laugh at me. Yeah. Aaron. Sally Morgan. Karen. Zach. Yes, it's been a while, Aaron. So nice to see you back in my comments. Hello, Joyful Soul. Grace what? Kimmy Mammy. We have 48 souls here with us right now. 48 souls. Mark. Okay. So my prices are, it's kind of strange how I do them actually. Just ask Arkin. I charge them like $2 a minute, so I'll do them in like 15-minute increments. However, the reading, I'll do the introduction, we talk, and whatever, questions that we do in reference to the cards, that's where the time comes out. And then after, You know, we discuss the reading or whatever else. And that's kind of how I do them personally. So you actually do get a lot of my time. Hello, Joyful82. Thank you. Jen Puritan. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Hello, Melissa. Sweet Genuine Love. So, like, I'll charge it as like a 15-minute reading, but the whole session with me usually lasts around 25 to 30 minutes. That's like how long the call usually is. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you very much. Six of Cups. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. 69 Souls. Kramer Linda. Samantha, hello. Yes, yeah, I do get in depth. And I don't like to, it's a couple reasons why I do it like that. Sometimes when I channel, I mean, they're authentic. I don't just read, you know, I don't just, you know, go off the interpretation. I don't just read. I get into it. I get into my, my intuition, you know. So just reading, spitting it out like that, I'm not comfortable doing that. I like to go off my intuition as well. And for me, it's just kind of how I do it. So I like to take my time a little bit. And I also like to kind of be more personable with each other. You know. Hi, Chicken Squat and Debbie. Thank you, Tara. Tower of Terra. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Everyone go check out Tower of Terra. All right, let's see what we get. All right, Mandy. LaPlante. Hello. Devin Allen. Thank you, LaFay. Molly. Molly Lies Meyer. Oh, cool, look at that. I saw these lightning hands. What was that about? That was really, really cool. Oh, does want to get back to... Oh. I don't want to do, like, personal questions on here. I don't think I want to do that yet. I'm not really... I don't know that I'm going to do... If and when I'm going to do that again. I did that on New Year's Eve. That got really, really crazy and out of control. Thank goodness I had the, my moderators. Alright. So I may need a moderator or two for this. Seven of Swords. So is there anyone who would like to be a moderator? Yes, this is going to be collective. It's collective reading. Okay, Lindsay 7. Thank you very much. And I will try to remember to kind of cut you loose afterwards so you don't, how do you moderate? Okay, so, oh, I can make you one, Melissa, if you want. Basically, anyone who tries to kind of come into the, if you see anyone with some comments that aren't really very, very nice or whatever, you can block that person, you can mute them. If somebody comes in trying to solicit, yeah, like that's the big thing is the scammers. Usually everyone that comes in is wonderful. I have a very good amount of people in the collective, but the spammers and the scammers will come in and they'll just kind of they'll try to get everyone to, you know, to go into my, go into their inbox and stuff like that. So, we'll give it a try? Okay. All right. And if anyone, of course, if you can't stay for the whole session, you got to run, that's fine. I don't want you to miss out on the reading either. Most likely you'll be okay. But, all right. Most of my clients are in Australia, so there's a 14-hour, generally a 12 to 14-hour time difference. I make it work. You know, any of my I don't see anyone right now in the comments, but most of my Australian clients, sometimes we're having pajama parties. They're going to bed while I'm waking up, or they're waking up while I'm going to bed. You know, and we're both in pajamas, and we're just kind of like, you know. Sometimes it's like that. From Belfast. Hello from Mississippi and Australia. Hello, Belfast. Okay. 76 souls here. Wonderful, beautiful souls. Hello in California. Saskatchewan. Hello. Hello. A plus plumbing. Hello. Okay. So, thank you, Ricky Boyle. Thank you very much. All right. Hello, Glasgow, Scotland. Arkansas. I almost read it like it says. I almost said Arkansas. Okay. All right. We ready for some collective? 77 souls. Good number. Good number to start on. We ready? Hello, Miami. Okay. UK. Hello. Okay. So what do we have for the collective? What does the collective need to know? 9 of Wands. 10 of Hazards. Hazards is Pentacles in this deck. Okay. Somebody may be feeling like they're a little afraid because they don't have enough. It could even be somebody kind of coming close to, hello, Ohio, close to the ending of, you know, work. Maybe somebody's ready to retire. Maybe they're just like, I just don't know. Somebody may even want to leave work, a work situation, but they're just like, I don't have anything set up. I don't have financially. I can't, you know, get where I want to go. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm afraid. Somebody may have a lot of fear because of, you know, what's going on with them. I'm actually visualizing somebody. Okay, so it's a couple different things. For one, it's probably a younger person who is trying to figure out a way, because it's like the thing that everyone keeps talking about, you know, wanting to figure out something else that makes them happy rather than slaving the 9 to 5, yada, yada, yada. I'm feeling like a bit of anxiety with that. So there could be somebody who maybe, they may have, somebody may have something about them. I don't want to say socially awkward, because it's a little unfair to say that. It's more or less like it's almost like something inside them. I don't want to say autism or anything like that. Maybe it's something that makes them feel hindered, and they don't like being around certain people, so they have this fear about something, about a, you know, I'm seeing it on one perspective, so I'm feeling like there are several different people here. So I'm feeling it in that aspect, where somebody's trying to figure out something that makes them happy, but it's something that they can do a little more solo. And this is somebody who's a bit younger, okay? And they're just not even sure how they can actually, it's like somebody has this fear of making it, how they're going to make it through life. Now, if it's not that, it could be somebody like a parent who may feel that about their child. I don't know how my child's going to make it through life. You know, what if something happens to me? You know, who's going to take care of my child? I'm getting that aspect too. Whether this is, you know, a younger child or somebody who has an adult child who is a little bit, you know, I can't find a good word. It's nothing insulting or anything demeaning, but that's what I'm getting. Another aspect is I'm getting somebody who, there is someone who works with another person who probably has a bad temper. They may even have bad skin, bad breath, something about them. It's like they're sick of working next to somebody, or It's like whenever they go places, it's like, oh, it's reminding me of, you ever have those times when it's like, everywhere you go, it seems like there's someone that bothers you. The color's changing. The colors are changing. There's like a hue of like violet purple. That's interesting. Why am I seeing that? Okay. What I'm getting is, why I'm getting really, really deep into this. I'm really, really, okay. There is someone, it's like everywhere that they go, they run into people who are like, almost like a thorn in their side, and they kind of like want to be left alone. But they don't want to be left alone. But it seems like everywhere that they go, they gravitate, or people like this gravitate towards them. Okay, we may actually dive more into that, but that's what somebody's going through right now. Somebody feels like that. Like everywhere I go, I got this person that bothers me. And then I go right here, and this person just, why can't they just, it's like, why can't people just whatever? And I'm seeing green. I'm seeing green now. Okay, I don't know why I'm seeing these colors. I'm seeing a lot of different colors. Ooh, this is interesting. It's very psychedelic, shaggy man. Somebody could be like very, for lack of a better word, like hippie-ish. Okay. Groovy, baby. I'm getting like some really, really weird energies that are kind of coming in and out. All right, anyway. Hold on, let me get a drink. I wasn't expecting all this. Anyway, there's several different other things that I'm getting into with this. Bottom line, somebody doesn't have enough and they're ready to go. And they're feeling very wounded and they're feeling just like very much afraid. Somebody's worried about their security. They are really, really worried about their security. Okay. Are they going to be secure? Do they have enough? You know, is their person, you know, is their child? Could even be something like that. I don't know why we're getting into this, but I don't know if this makes any sense. Hello, 104 souls here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you, North South 19. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Christina. B. Barbie Cheeky Cheek. Cute name. Thank you. Vegan. Divine Eclectic Witch. You're a bit hippie. I already went up and saw you're a bit hippie or something like that. That's cute. Somebody made like a lot of, I keep getting like a lot of different colors but swirling. Especially green and purple for whatever reason. Okay. Alright, let's see where we're going with this. 112 souls. Thank you everyone for joining me. Earth Angel. Mama Gray. North South 19. Kimmer 7777. Alright. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. You see those colors a lot. Healing Goddess. Devil. Okay. This isn't going to be for everyone. There could be somebody who has a boss. Somebody could be stealing something off the top, maybe skimming something off the top. So I'm getting something about skimming something off the top. Somebody may find out that a boss or somebody has been investing somebody's stocks or something like, I don't know. I don't know anything about any of this stuff. I'm not an expert in any of this. I don't know any of this. Somebody could be fighting over money or just fighting over something. I don't know why, but I just heard something outside. So it sounds like two people. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, somebody may find out that somebody in charge or somebody their boss or above somebody, they may be doing something with their money or investing, or maybe it's something about that. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. All right, let's get a little closer. Now, I'm getting so much. Somebody could be gambling too. Be careful of somebody that could be gambling. Rolling dice. This can be metaphorical, where somebody's being a little, they're taking risks with somebody's livelihood, somebody's work. Somebody's taking unnecessary risks. Somebody could be gambling. Okay. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. He's your boss. You're constantly arguing over him investing in gambling. Yeah. Your favorite color is purple. Wow. Oh, cool. Carolina hippie girl. Yeah, I kept seeing a lot of that. Anyway. All right, so let's figure out what is it that we need to know about this real quick. What do we need to know about this? The Star of the King of Wands, the first thing that I got was intervention. There could be an intervention about something, maybe another person. Somebody may find out about another person. There could even be like a silent partner. I don't know why I'm getting something about that. I don't know why I'm getting something about that. There's King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Tell me more about this. Where are we going with this? Lovers at the bottom of the deck, and this is the Nine of Swords. So, somebody is like, somebody has a lot on their plate. Somebody's definitely really, really stressed out. And this has something to do with somebody who could be tyrannical and somebody like making bad investments or something like that. You know, it's like a big business. What in the world? That's right, the Lovers. There's so many different things going on here. Somebody may have a lot more going on than what meets the eye. So somebody could definitely find out about somebody doing other shady behaviors. I don't want to necessarily say anything with this Lovers here, but I'm not liking that either. Somebody may find out. So let's just say there could be a scandal. I'm just going to chalk it up to that. There's a scandal. There's all kind of stuff going on. Somebody may have not only a gambling addiction. Now, this could be all one person, or this could be separate, different things. So we'll see how this goes. Hey, Jess. Somebody could be... Oh, talking about the out here? Yeah, I don't know. It's because I'm on a balcony out here. So sometimes people walk by and I'm in the city. So now, this could be, like I said, one person who has a bunch of different things going on. And then there could be, it could each be individual people with certain things that individual people are dealing with. There is someone who could be taking risks. Somebody may find out about a certain scandal or something like that. I was getting ready to say scoundrel. Somebody may find out that somebody's been being a scoundrel. I'm not really certain exactly what that definition is, but I hear the word a lot. I don't know exactly what it technically means. Somebody may find out that there is a scoundrel in a scandal. Somebody's going to do something to try to cover up, but I don't think that they can. The secret is going to be getting out. Now, somebody could... Oh, gosh. I'm not reading about the banks, am I? Is this about the banks? There could be something about the banks. All right, if that's what, all right, I don't want to, yeah, that just popped in my mind. It could even be something like that. So, whatever. All right, so we already know what's going on with that. We don't need to dig any further with that. If this is anything, I am getting strongly, it's something that is about the banks too. There's going to be something else. There's going to be other scandals or something like that coming out. Somebody's going to find out that somebody's probably been in bed with another person, meaning that term that people use as far as, like business terms, oh, they found out they were in bed with, yada, yada, yada. This person's in bed with this, meaning this business is in bed with this person or this business. It's kind of like that. Okay. And there's going to be something that's going to be coming out about that, something very, very shady. Somebody could even go to jail. All right. Now, as far as anyone else on the smaller scale, somebody is there will be something that comes in. There could actually be a change of a job or change of a boss. I feel as though it's going to be a change of a boss. Somebody could actually get in trouble. Somebody could be caught doing something during company time. Could be doing something, let's say drinking, smoking. I keep getting something like that. So somebody could be caught doing something like that, during work hours. I am getting something like that. Just know whatever that is or means to anyone. Also, there was something else too. Now, for the most part, now let me check on this Nine of Swords, because I feel like with this star and this King of Wands here, I kind of like it. And then this Nine of Swords, so I want to see that, somebody's got to be very, very careful. Somebody's got to be very, very careful. You got this Five of Pentacles here. So, somebody really needs to look into their finances and also make sure that nobody is actually stealing, skimming off the top. I was getting something about that a little while ago. Somebody's skimming something off the top. But, and there could be a third party or something like that that could be kind of coming in to take something. So, let's say, I don't have a car here per se, but let's say it could be even like somebody taking back property. Okay. This doesn't necessarily have to be scam-ish. It could just be that somebody is not actually paying something, so they're coming to repossess. All right. I'm getting something about that. There's somebody who's not going to work with another person. So if somebody could have been working on scoring a big contract or something like that, something could be like a dud. It could be dead in the water. It could be dead in the water as far as whatever. I don't really know a lot about money and investments and stuff like that, but I keep getting something like that, like a retirement or something like that. So I think it's probably why I'm having such a hard time trying to express it, because I'm not really knowledgeable in regards to money and stuff like that. But it's a lot about that, like retirement, savings, banks, institutions, shady bosses. That's what I got. I think I'm going to leave this here. Is everyone ready for me to? I'm not necessarily getting too much inheritance. I mean, yeah, it could be, but I didn't really get a lot about inheritance. Okay. Alright. Somebody just needs to look into it. Now, if you have, your spouse has been maintaining everything, you might want to take a look at it. Okay? You might want to take a look at it. Say, where are we at or whatever. Say, I just want to make sure to see if anything hasn't been, whatever. You may just kind of want to keep an eye on it and see that everything is up to date. Somebody may want to make sure to change their beneficiaries. Okay? I don't see the death card, or I don't see anything that would allude to death. However, sometimes things change. And you would be very, very surprised to see who is still on your insurance policies. I remember a little while ago I did that. For years. And I thought that I had had somebody, and I know that I had had somebody's name taken off of a policy. And, a couple years later, I looked, and for whatever reason, I had to, do whatever. And I contacted that company for whatever reason. I can't remember exactly why. But when I went through to see who was still, it was because of my retirement. It was when I retired. And when I got the information, they were like, so-and-so, I was like, whoa, no. And I had no idea that they had never, even though I actually did everything to get that person's name off, they were still on that policy. So, somebody needs to make sure that they have all their stuff in order. Yes, I was just like, whew. I was like, had something happened to me, it would have gone to not the people I wanted to go to. And that would have been tragic. So make sure that you're double checking who your beneficiaries are. Okay. I'm starting to get a headache. Somebody may feel a little excited about that, or maybe feel like that's probably a headache, or they don't want to face that. Do it. Make sure you know who you want on there. And if it ain't that, then if you want a certain organization, maybe you want to leave it to pets. Maybe you want to leave it to, a charity. I don't know. But at least make sure it goes where you want it to go. And routinely do that. If things change in your life, sometimes you need to routinely do that. All right, we're going to leave it there. You dealt with that one widowed, yeah. Hello, Mamacita? Mamacita? Okay. So, long time no see. So remind me who you are, because I don't recognize your photo. Could you change maybe your photo? Are you one of my clients? 116 souls. That's the difference in marriage and just a piece of paper. Marriage is just a piece of paper. It's actually not just a piece of paper, unfortunately. Hello, Anita. Hello, Jamie. You didn't get alerted that I was live. Oh. Hello, Priscilla. Hello, Angel. Thank you. Agreed. Yes. Okay. It's okay. No big deal if you're not alerted. No big deal. I didn't get to, I didn't put my, 111 souls. I didn't put it up in enough time to let people know that I was going to be going live tonight, because I only got my video out, whatever. It is what it is. Anyway. Okay. Let's see what else we get. Bipolar Beauties. Buttes. That's a cool name. Thank you for the follow. Awakened Soul 111. Okay. So, 114 souls. Thank you, Jess. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. Exactly, yes. Ace of Hazards. Ace of Hazards. Yes, good collective read. So far, so good. Tell me about this Ace of Hazards. Tell me about this Ace of Hazards. What do you think and what do you feel at the precise moment that you see 333? What are you doing at that moment? What's going through your mind? What pops in your mind when you see 333? What do you feel? Same thing with 444. Hazards is pentacles, yes. Okay. All right. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Hazards. All right. What do we have about this Ace of Hazards? Tell me about this Ace of Hazards. So that's how it is. So that's how it is. Ace of Hazards, Seven of Swords, Temperance, Five of Hazards. This is horseshit. Okay. All right. Got the Four of Wands, and these are sticking out just like this. So these must mean something. So you have the Four of Wands, Six of Hazards, which is Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. All right. Let's look at those. Okay, checking time because I have some videos to upload and to edit, and I have a reading at 9 p.m. So, you have someone who, what is this? That's the Nine of Swords. There's someone who's pretty much everywhere. There's someone who's pretty, yes, I love polka dots and animal prints. there's someone who, they're pretty much everywhere. Somebody's just everywhere. What is this? There is someone could even be, this is going to sound weird. This is like a, this is like a stuff you see in a movie. There may be someone who is even paying somebody to search through something, you know, like paying an investigator. Somebody could be paying an investigator, all right, to find something on another person. Okay. That's off to the side. I'm not going to dig too much into that because I don't feel like that, whatever that is. If not, then somebody could be considering doing it. All right. However, so let's say there could be someone. I keep looking over here. Somebody could be dealing with, see this fishing line, somebody could be dealing with catfish. Somebody could be dealing with catfish. Just had new income approved. Oh, very cool. Okay. Somebody could be being catfished. So let's say, you know, there was hopes, high hopes on something. This person, you know, it could have been going very, very good for a little while. But for whatever reason, this could be something that was brand new a little while ago. Maybe you were getting to know a person, and it could have even started out as something like a brand new venture, you know, in regards to, you know, business, or just a date, somehow connecting with another person. And I can't help but and I can't, for whatever reason, I can't let these go. What I'm getting is, you know, this person was probably looking for something. They were trying to get something out of you. They may have been trying to lure another person somehow. But what I'm getting is this person technically was nothing more than really catfish. You may have had conversations with this person. You know, you may have had conversations with this person. You may have really gotten to know this person, but it didn't go very far. And the reason why, you could have even been ghosted at some point. The reason why is because they couldn't keep up the facade for very long. They weren't really getting any payback for it. So they basically, there was no return on their investment. There was no return on their investment. Okay. So they moved it along. All right. It's like they were looking for something in particular. It was something in particular they were looking for. What was it? I was getting something else too. I was getting another story. There's that Four of Wands again. Look at that. That was what was in here. Somebody was looking for this is weird. This is all over the place. Maybe they appeared like to be catfish, but they really weren't. I don't know. But what they were looking for was the Four of Wands. So let's say whoever this was. One person was looking for settle down. One person was at least looking for stability. Got the Ten of Wands. Let's say both of you were. Maybe the person wasn't catfish. This is weird. Somebody probably is just like, somebody's very confused. It's confusing the hell out of me. All right, give me over here. Devil, Two of Hazards, and Two of Cups. So Two of Pentacles. I don't think this person actually knew what they wanted. So, okay, so it's like this. Perhaps somebody is gaslighting themselves. Who here has mastered the art of gaslighting themselves? So, meaning, you know, when we're hurt, we try to convince ourselves of something else. Okay. There you go, there you go, there you go. So, think about, you know, let's say something was going good and then it didn't work out. So somebody's mechanism inside themselves was to make sense of why it didn't work out and more or less gaslighting themselves. Because that's why, because I was feeling really, really confused. It could have been maybe, are you a real or after my money? I don't, it feels like, I mean, it really could have been. Maybe somebody's like, you know, maybe this person, because you do have the Five of Hazards. It could be somebody that's like, you know, they don't really have enough money. They can't take care of me. It could even be something like that. It could be something like that. Whereas somebody was like, you know what, especially with this Two of Hazards, you know, somebody could have dismissed another person because they were like, you know what, the amount that I'm going to be able to put in is not the same amount that they're going to be able to put in. Okay. So sometimes people they just don't have enough to give, you know. But if it's combined, you know, I guess you can figure it out. I've been in a relationship where, you know, I've made more money than my partner. That's not a problem. You know, and vice versa. It is what it is. Sometimes not everything is going to be like that. Could that have been a person for somebody? It could have been. It could have been. You do have this Devil here. I feel like something was just like, they were just like, in the end, they were just like, you know what, it's just not worth it. It's just too much, it's too much effort, you know. It's just too much effort. I got, you know, with this. It's too heavy. It's too much effort. You know, it's kind of like that. Where, I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but when I was younger, I was a lot more appeasing. It was a lot easier for me to be like, okay, well, I'll do this, I'll do that, you know, and they do certain things or whatever. Unfortunately, I think the reason why a lot of relationships worked out many, many years ago is because I was willing to do things to make things work. And I think that's why a lot of times relationships worked. Looking back, I think that could be why. Because, you know, I was just like, you know, I love this person. I'll just whatever, you know, and just went along with everything. Whereas the older I am, I'm like, well, now I have feelings too. I have things that I desire too. I'm willing to work with you, you know. If you're not willing to work with me, we have to figure out something. Because I can't, you know, relinquish certain things about myself. And that could be, oh, that's interesting. That's pretty powerful, actually. That could be what's going on a larger scale. Yeah, accommodating those who don't reciprocate. Yeah, just kind of like settling, just like, okay, whatever. I think that's probably what the big thing is here, is the reason why relationships aren't working anymore is because people are just like, we're just like, no. And that's what you have here also. Something is just like, it's just too heavy. It's too heavy. Somebody was looking for that. I had high hopes. Somebody could have gotten ghosted. Somebody could have been deceptive, or they could have been deceiving themselves. You both wanted the same thing. One person may be gaslighting themselves after the fact because it didn't work, that they're gaslighting themselves into saying, well, I think that person was leading me on the whole time. Or I think that person was catfish the whole time. Or I think that person was after my money the whole time. You know? In order to, rather than process it, pushing it onto the other person as though it's all their fault, when maybe it wasn't. You know? Maybe it took two. You have 2 of cups and you have the 2 of hazards. So you both probably could have destroyed it. That's what I got. I think it's fair to say, to look at it fairly. Look at it fairly. Be able to look at ourselves too. You know? In every relationship, there's always something we probably could have done better. Okay? I don't know who that is. 10 of hazards. Hermit. Very nice. Okay. Three of Swords. This almost feels like a choice. 10 of Hazards, the Hermit, 3 of Swords. So someone, it's like somebody's like, you know, I hear this song every so often whenever I do readings. Probably once every 8 months. I'm hearing the song again whenever I see certain combinations. Is it Cheap Trick? Or is it Yes? Yes or Cheap Trick? I can't think of who it is. Owner of a lonely heart is much better than the owner of a broken heart. So, somebody would rather just stay to themselves, work on money rather than chase love anymore. Okay. I can't remember who sings it. For whatever reason, it's Yes or Cheap Trick. Which is interesting that I'm even saying Cheap Trick and Yes. It's that gaslighting of the self again. Could it have been a cheap trick? Yeah. Somebody could have played a cheap trick on somebody. You know. But owner of a lonely heart is much better than the owner of a broken heart. So. I do feel like, because I have this 2 of Cups and then I got this 6 of Cups. I was going to say, I do feel like there could be someone else that could be coming in. I do feel like that. I do feel like there could be another energy coming in. Another with potential. I mean, I'm not going to, I do it too. I'm not perfect. I do it too. Because I'm already coming at it jaded too. I'm already like, I'm like, literally I said to myself, or it's either me or it was something around me said they're all the same. It's just going to be the same. So it could be somebody's doing that, or, it could be my ego getting the better of me. Because when I saw this come out, I was like, they're all the same. It's just going to be the same. We can't be like that. We're not supposed to be like that. Okay? So yeah, let's work on that. Because it's not all the same. It's not all the same. And I think that that's probably the part, is we keep looking at everything through the same jaded eyes. All right? Because not every person is the same. Not every circumstance is the same. We like to paint it with the same paintbrush, but it's not. You know? Each soul is different. If the same thing keeps happening over and over again, well, chances are the only thing that's the same in all those scenarios is you. So, think of it that way. If the same thing keeps happening over and over again in relationship, and they all end the same, maybe I need to look at me. So, figure out what it is. You know, and I'm not suggesting, you know, going to, you know, friends or whatever, because our friends are there, they're support. They're not supposed to be solving our problems. So it's good to go to a professional, you know, a therapist or somebody, and be like, you know, even if it's just for like a month, say, look, I know, whatever, I know everyone has problems, but I'm trying to figure out this relationship problem, because every relationship, you could probably find an excellent specialist who could be like, help you to pinpoint, you know, exactly certain things that happen in different relationships. You know, a professional who can actually be like, okay. And then after you figure that out, then you work on it, you may not ever need to see that person again. You know? All right? But it's good to, instead of, you know, just relying on, you know, other things, sometimes it's good to actually sit down and talk to another person, you know, who has all the honor of going through several years of school, you know, who specialize in that. It might be good. In fact, I'm really, especially with the hermit. Especially with the hermit. That's what the hermit is. It's a healer. This can be a therapist. This can be an attorney. You know, the hermit for me can be that a lot of times. It can be a doctor. A lot of times it's a therapist. So somebody may actually need to see somebody. If they're noticing repeating cycles or patterns, yes, we talk about this stuff in this spiritual world, you know, but in the 3D world is where we live. You know, we're living in this material world where we have sofas and we have coffee cups and we have human bodies, flesh, bone. So in the 3D world, the way that we navigate it is we get in our car, we drive to a doctor, and we say, hey, can you help me? And that's all that is. So, I don't know. This doesn't feel bad. It almost feels like somebody's like trying to figure out what it is that's going on with themselves. And if not, then maybe that might be where somebody needs to start. All right. It can be something hidden deep within another person. So maybe the truth is waiting to come out. A lot of times that's what the high priestess is. The truth is waiting to come out. What is this? I don't know what any of this is. That's what the high priestess is. So a lot of times the high priestess is an ability. It could be like a psychic ability waiting to come out. You have so many different factors you have to think about. You have something that we didn't know that was inside of us. And once you find out what it is, it can be devastating. But that's when you kind of nip it in the bud, and then you heal it and you process it. You know, you let the infection bleed out, and then you can put, you know, antibiotics on it or something, you know, healing ointment, and then cover it up so they can heal properly. Let it heal properly. All right? I don't want to, even though I keep getting something, you know, for some it could be like psychic abilities. I get that a lot. You know, my psychic abilities kind of get in and I'm just like, yeah, something's up. Yeah, that's, you know, I'm reading that right. And then it gets confirmed to me somehow. You know, for some people it is that. But I don't want to push it off onto that. I don't want to chalk up everything to psychic abilities and intuitive abilities, because that's still not getting to the root of the problem. If we're all still hurting and we're all still broken and wounded and we're still repeating certain patterns, it could be something in us that needs to be healed. Okay? So, all right. It's just mixed. I'm getting a lot of gaslighting themselves. And I mean, I don't necessarily know that the person was gaslighting you or anything like that. I feel like, kind of like, looking at it, it's kind of like, I feel like you both kind of wanted the same thing. You know? I feel like you were both after the same thing. All right. And then you got to figure, if you're healing yourself and the other person, they have to do things to heal themselves. That's if you two want to come back together. If one of you does it and the other one doesn't, well, it's, you know, at least you're going to heal yourself for the next one. Because I was getting something about another person coming in, but somebody feeling jaded and saying, oh, they're just like the rest. Well, no, that's not that's we're not going to use that excuse anymore. We're going to commit to ourselves now. We're not just going to chalk it up to, oh, it's always the other person, because a lot of times it's us too. We have a hand in it too. We all have a hand in it. Equal share. Especially with this tower right here. So, let's do one more. It's 657. King of Swords, 8 of Cups. All right. Would that mean you were twin flames? I'll put it this way. The last 3 or 4, you know, decent, serious relationships I've had all felt like twin flames. They all met the same criteria. So, a lot of them were just really, for me, my perspective, were just empathic, narcissistic dynamics. Hi, Karen. How are you? So, if you want to chalk it up to a twin flame, it's up to you. But I'd say probably the last 3 relationships I had, you know. Well, one technically wasn't a relationship. Okay? But I thought that these people were my twin. So what does that tell me? And then I watch tarot readings, and people talk about twin flames. And every time that they're like, oh, you're twin, you're masculine. And I'm like, well, the last person I was talking to, you said that was my twin, my masculine. Now this one's my twin. Which one is it? Because every relationship seems like it's my twin flame. So, notice patterns. Notice patterns. We can always chalk it up to false twin, but okay. So we're continuing to push that too. You know, oh, that person must not have been my twin. My real twin's coming. Well, don't forget, whenever if you actually do get an actual twin that comes in, according to the, you know, I don't want to use the word legend, but according to whatever, you're still going to go into separation anyway. And that's what twins do. They go into separation. So you can say everyone that you're involved with is a twin. Everyone that you break up with. I don't know. That's how my mind works. For me, I'm not telling anyone else. I'm just looking at it from a different perspective. So, I don't buy into that bullshit anymore. That's just me. That's me. Yes, she's crafty, yes. We actually discussed that recently, didn't we? Yeah, it gets the views. It gets the views. It gets the views. You know, it does. All right, Empress. All right, let's see what we get. There are those who trigger you because your heartaches won't let you go. Yeah, well, the last 3 people I, was involved with all met the same criteria, and they all triggered me, and we all went into separation. So I guess I have 3 twin flames. Maybe I'll have a 4th. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the only way that I can see it is, at least for me, from my perspective, at least with me, we're all unhealed. So we're always going to be triggered. You have unhealed people that are going to, dating unhealed people. And it's not even like that we're unhealed. We get healed, but then people hit our tripwire again. That's all it is. And that's the way life's going to be. Maintaining your healing is a daily practice. There's a difference between a cure and healing. Healing is a daily effort. It never ends. Exactly. So what happens is when we get into a relationship, this is just my perspective. It's my perspective, my philosophy. You get into a relationship. There's going to be something, somehow, somebody does something that is going to trigger a wound. Those wounds do not go away. It is up to us to figure out how to navigate around it. The trick is, as enlightened as you are, the other person has to be as enlightened as you. Because they have to be like, I understand, I triggered you. Okay, let me take it back because me triggering you and then we triggering each other. It's a constant effort. If not, then we're just going to be alone, which is okay too. But then we're not going through life learning and going through any lessons. Okay? So, it's a continuous effort. And everyone's going to trigger us. Every single person in our life is going to trigger us. Even our friends are going to trigger us. Our family's going to trigger us. Yes, learning what your trigger is and why it exists. Absolutely. Sometimes it's a person's name. Sometimes it's the way somebody looks at them. Sometimes it's the way somebody touches them. And it's because of something that reminds them of another person or an event. There's a lot. There is a lot that goes into it. And it's a daily effort. Whether it's prayer, whether it's cleansings, whether it's studying, reading, whether it's exercising, whether it's whatever. Thank you for the likes. Okay. Let's see. One more. Let's do a quick one. We have the Queen of Cups here. 9 of Cups. Very nice. I'm dealing with this Queen of Cups. Ooh. Wish me luck. Whew. Oh, man. I'm so glad I did this. Wow. Holy. Whew. You want to know this rundown? You want to hear this rundown? You ready for this rundown? 78 souls. Everyone else bailed out on us, but we all stuck in there, right? The ones that stuck in there, guess what? This is ours. This is ours. You ready? You ready? Everyone else bailed. All 75 souls. This is ours. Get ready. Are you ready? You ready for this? Queen of Cups, 9 of Cups, the Chariot, High Priestess, 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups. And we have the 2 of Hazards, Ace of Swords. You came in just the right time. 5 minutes ago, you got here just in time. Wow. This is amazing. All right, let me get over the excitement of whatever this is. Whew. This literally could have something to do with, because I am getting a hint of that, healing or a healer. Okay, so the healed is now becoming a healer. Somebody's abilities are actually heightening. And somebody is, it's like, I don't want to say it, no, because I don't see it as far as money. But I do see success, full steam ahead, recognition. So let's break this down in a nutshell. You have an energy. I'm not going to say male or female. You have an energy that is highly in tune with their emotions. Okay? They may have quite a, it's like an emotional intelligence about them. Okay? They're very in touch with their feelings. They understand and they analyze themselves quite often. That's what I'm getting from this. They like to study. They like to research. If they hear something, see something, feel something, something jogs their memory, they go on and they research whatever that is. And they say, let's say, example, I had a dream about, somebody was, I'm not going to tell you how cool the dream was, but at one point I saw this person says, hey, they were like, look at this, Grace, look at this moon. And they had this like little decoder thing and they held it up and there was like a skylight and it was the moon. And there was this beautiful blue ring around the moon. So me, when I wake up, I'm like, oh, what does a blue ring around the moon mean? So immediately when certain things trigger something that feels like that, you immediately start to research it. Not only that, but sometimes if you hear a word that somebody's using that you don't know the name of the word, you're like, oh, that's an interesting word. What does that mean? You might want to go to dictionary.com and see what it really means. It's somebody with a very, very inquisitive nature because they just like to know. So this is somebody who is, they're not lazy. Research, yes. And it's not even like somebody's researching it for whatever reason. It's just because they want to know. They just want to know. It's not to use it on anyone. It's very pure reasons for just wanting to gain more wisdom and knowledge. That's it. It's not even to impress anyone else. It's actually to impress themselves. Yeah. That's what I get with this Nine of Cups here. This is all for themselves. This is like for their own. It's not for anyone else. It's not even for a job. It's just something that they've learned to do and they're enjoy doing it. That's whoever this person is. Now, with this Chariot, this could be, I feel like somebody's mind is being opened or expanded upon. Not only their intelligence, their emotions, but their psychic abilities, environmental abilities. Also learning a lot about, I'm seeing a whole bunch of different stuff, like learning about emotions, psychology. Also, it's like somebody being very well versed in a lot of different things. Music, genres, finding a lot of different things. History. And I see somebody being a little bit more observant, but also looking at things through I keep the word perspective, with a different set of eyes. Okay. For instance, when we were in our 20s, depending on your age, I'm in my I'll be 47 this year. In my early 20s, I thought I thought I had it going on. And now, the older that I am, I'm just like, wow, I'm completely different. All right. So what I used to think back then, I do not think anymore for a lot of different reasons. Because now I'm seeing different, it's the perception. Yes, it's the perception. It's like, well, now I can see certain things differently. Something I was reading, I can't remember exactly what book I was reading. It's one of my books, one of my school books. And I want to give credit. I can't think of which book it was. But it was a philosophy of, I want to say monks. I want to say that, or rabbis or monks. I can't remember. I feel so bad because I'm butchering it already. But anyway, but like somebody who's blind and putting them in front of an elephant, one person, wraps their arms around a leg, another wraps their arms around a tail, another wraps their arms around a trunk. And although each of them are feeling that it's an animal, they're all feeling a different piece of the animal, even though it's all the same thing. So, does that make sense? Even though they can't see it or identify it, but they all feel it differently from a different perspective. But it's all the same thing, okay? So, it's kind of like that, all right? I probably butchered that, but anyway, I think you got the gist of it. Somebody no longer thinks the way that they used to think. And they're seeing things very, very different. Okay? Especially with this high priestess. Now, with that, I feel like there's like a quiet confidence about, it gives somebody a quiet confidence. And it makes, it's something different. It's something different. It's not necessarily that somebody is, it's recently something I've been recently studying too. It's interesting because it's kind of reminding me of that. Where it's like doing something without the sake of reward. Just doing it to do it. Just doing it because you love it. But also because you're drawn to it. Whether it's God that draws you to it or not. But it's not doing it for the sake of reward. It's not doing it for, I work to get a paycheck. Not I work because I love it. And I get a paycheck. Does that make sense? So whoever's doing this is like, I researched this because I enjoy the knowledge. And I'm learning something and I'm becoming a better person on top of it. Okay? It's not that I'm learning this because I want to get with that chick down the street. Or I'm learning this because I want to beat somebody or make them think that I'm more intelligent than they are. Get over on someone. There's no reward for it except that it's just for the love of doing it. All right? Now, with that, you have this Six of Wands and then this Ace of Cups. All right? I'm getting tired of seeing this jackass. At least they're in the upright in this reading. Whoever this person is, they are... We'll get to that. This person... Give me more about this. That's interesting. All right. Judgment. Nine of Wands. All right. With that. Now, I feel like, so it's interesting how I laid this here. This Knight of Cups and then this Ten of Wands. So here's the thing. It's like you loving yourself more brings in better opportunities, especially for love. Now, it's like, how I'm seeing it is, however it is that you show up in the world to other people is how people are going to treat you. So it even could be like, I know that whenever I go certain places, the way that I present myself, it depends on how, if I'm just like in a hurry and I'm just like slouched or whatever, you know, people are just like, whatever. And then other times when I'm just like, you know, like clearly I look like I care about myself. People will treat me like I'm royalty. It just depends, even just by posture. Posture alone, you know, and eye contact and chin up, you know. It's like that. It makes you feel better about yourself. And that's how people are going to treat you. All right? When you feel inferior or you feel like you don't know a lot. Yes, the quiet confidence I was talking about. If you feel like you don't know a lot, people are going to easily take advantage of you. So you have Bozo right here. This comes in on his little board right here, you know. However, I feel like whoever this person is, they don't want to be a burden to you. Or they're not a burden to you. Either you're wise enough to know when a jackass comes in, or maybe we're at least able to see this person, how they really are showing up, because they are in the upright, okay? And the Ten of Wands fell off. So maybe they really aren't a burden. You're going to be able to see things, see this person, probably even see the psychology of why it is that they do certain things, because you are actually putting so much love into yourself that you're able to make better decisions, okay? And that's what judgment is. It's making a good decision, you know, for the betterment of yourself, but also for the betterment of somebody else. If you get into a relationship with somebody, not only should you be accenting their life, your life, but you should be accenting their life. You should be making their life better. Both lives should become better, okay? As a result, because when two people come together, you're supposed to be victorious. You're supposed to, you know, you're supposed to be able to navigate and survive as a couple. So, whoever this person is, you're going to definitely see, with this Nine of Wands here, Nine of Wands, this is the Knight of Cups. You're definitely going to be able to know when somebody's pulling your chain and when somebody's not. Okay? And if you're not certain, well, you just kind of step back a little bit and just wait. You know? Don't allow somebody to be too quick. The Knight of Cups right here isn't generally somebody who's very, very fast. Not generally a fast mover. If it was the Knight of Wands, I'd be like, ooh, cool your engines a little bit. You know, what are you in a hurry for? You know? Because people that are in a hurry, they want you to second guess your intuition. That's why, you know, people who, you know, whenever you're going to buy something, you know, car dealers or whatever, they want to talk fast. You're like, you got to make this decision right now. If not, you know, you don't, in 10 seconds, this offer's gone. Because they want you to go against your intuition. They want to scare you with the thought of losing a good deal. And that could be, you know, that's why people, when they want to rush, they want to hurry up, they want to fast talk you, they want you to go against your intuition. When you're like, and if people say, well, you're going to miss this opportunity, well, I'll just have to miss the opportunity. It's okay. I'm okay with missing an opportunity. I'm okay with it. You know? So, people depend on you being desperate. People depend on you being desperate. There you go. All right. So what's coming for this person? What's coming towards this person? King of Wands, Page of Wands. Five of Hazards. There is someone. There could be someone with a. There could be a new person who may be charming. Maybe somebody may, I don't know about this person. I'm a little with this person. I don't know. However, this person right here is in king status. They could have a child. Or they could sometimes behave like a child. All right. This is Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Now this is what's coming towards somebody. I don't know about this. Knight of Wands in reverse. So, with that being said, let's just say, I know I go the long way around it because I'm very long-winded. I accept that about myself. With everything I just said, you being this person who is excelling, who is ascending, will be able to recognize when somebody who isn't right comes in. Okay? This is the King of Wands. This is somebody who still likes to move fast. Even though they are in king status, they still like to move fast. And their true intentions is actually the Knight of Wands in reverse. They're really just looking to hit it. That's what they're really looking for. So they may kind of come in and pour on the charm, but in actuality, maybe that's not really, maybe they're really not a long-term person. But you're going to know. And if something happens, it's not really going to hurt as much when you lose this person because you're in a different place energetically. And I know that this doesn't sound like anything. This isn't one of those readings where it's just like, oh, it's going to get 100,000 views and all these likes or whatever. I'm not in it for that. For one. For two, sometimes the wealth is just in yourself. Sometimes I don't have to say, ooh, you're going to get this big record deal. You're going to get this or you're going to get that. You're going to win the lottery. Well, sometimes it's not really that. Sometimes the wealth is just in you elevating your energy and becoming a goddess or a god in your own physical human body. And being smarter and actually being comfortable and happy with yourself. Sometimes that's the wealth. It's not the material things that everyone is seeking. The true wealth is inside. Everyone that's always about the money and stuff like that, that stuff's nice. But that's the material that we're attached to. This is the true wealth. And this is the wealth that goes with you when you transition, when you cross over. This is the wealth that stays with you. Nothing material stays, including the physical body. This lasts for an eternity. So, you ever think about what it is that you're actually chasing in life? What are you really chasing? Are you chasing the wealth of the soul or the monetary wealth that's only temporary? Okay. So, whoever this person is chasing the material. They're chasing the flesh. The satisfaction of the flesh. So they're not even on your level anyway. However, knowing that you choose yourself and continue to elevate is so beautiful. You're getting closer to God. You're getting closer to the light. Not meaning you're going to transition quicker. It means that when you go over, you're going to have less work to do. Whereas people like this, they're going to have a lot of work to do. Okay? It's a whole other story in regards to that. But that's what this is. You're doing all the footwork now in this life before you transition over. And you're going to take all of that with you. Okay? So you have less work to do once you get over there. Less demonic energies that you have to deal with when you get over there. Yes, we deal with all those yucky energies. When you're elevated high, you tend to bypass those energies. Those energies cannot come near you. Or you know how to get them away from you. All right? As above, so below. It's the same thing as it is here, as it is on the other side. It's the exact same. Our world is a mirror to theirs. So, anyway, I could talk all day about all that. But, yeah, this person's just chasing the flesh. The desires of the flesh. So what happens is you will be able to, you're putting yourself into the energy that you do not want that, and that you want, you want something better. Now, let's just say for argument's sake, example, let's say everyone in here, all 71 of you, is one of the 144,000 that everyone always talks about. I'm just using it as an example. There's 7.8 billion people on the planet. That's the pool of hopefuls that we have to dig out of to find a match or a mate. So with this elevation of our own soul, we have very, very few that will actually match with us. And you can just be okay with it. You know, some people who are just like, I need to find my love in this life. Yeah, you know, it would be nice to have that partner, but if you need, you're probably not on this level. Because you would be happy in life just having oxygen in your lungs every morning, regardless if there's somebody next to you in the bed. So, all right. I don't know. I never regret not being on here. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. That's my problem, Linda. That is my problem. I am so beyond deep that people either love me or they can't stand me. People generally, when they get to know me, they don't like me as much because I'm too deep. I am too deep. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm glad you learned something. It's not even like, you know, I just hope people, whoever, take something from this, from maybe look at it from a different perspective, you know? Open your mind a little bit to more possibility, you know? But I'm glad that you felt like you got something out of this. I'm glad you felt like that. Love having your bed all to yourself. I wish I did. This effing dog. Oh, this dog. Oh, he thinks he's my husband. I love him so much. And when he's not in bed with me, I'm like, get your ass in here. But when he's in my bed, I'm like, will you get there's plenty of room. Get over there. All right. Well, let's think of it this way. We're the only ones that were to get that message. So feel fortunate because it was a beautiful message. Yeah, he's my baby. I love him. You sleep in the middle like a starfish. Yeah. Yes, it does make them uncomfortable. It does. It does. I trigger people, and I still get people that trigger me. And you know what? I'm grateful. I am so grateful when people trigger me. I'm just like, oh, thank you. Now I know what one of my other problems are. Something that I did not know was an issue with me. Now I know. Thank you so much. And some people are just like, they just take it, they're butthurt, you know, whatever. I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad I got to know you, regardless of however it ends. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I literally am in that energy where I'm grateful. I'm grateful to the people of the past. You know, I'm so grateful that they did what they did. You know, my soul would not be where I am right now had it not be for what they did to me. You know. Thank you. I'm grateful that you were too. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. I think that's it. I got an hour and a half before my personal reading. So that is it. Yeah. I just kind of like, I'm at a place where I'm just like, you know, lots of people, and I've said it before, people want to take trips and go on certain destinations, and they want to, you know, don't get me wrong, I love amusement parks and stuff like that. But a lot of things in me have changed, where I don't really care to go someplace, to go to a club, or go to Vegas. Vegas has never been something for me, and even more now. I'm just like, whoa, thinking about going to Vegas, my stomach turns. And it's nothing personal against it. It's just energetically, I don't feel called there. Maybe just to see, because I do love the lights and everything is beautiful, but not necessarily for much of anything else. I would just love to go to certain destinations, just to go there and just sit and just take in the scenery and just breathe the air and think about all the people that had traveled there, people of importance who may have actually set eyes on the same exact scenery that I'm staring at. That to me is completely magical and is so priceless. Rather than going someplace and going skiing or, you know, or doing jello shots. Just going to see, you know, why somebody carved this rock into this and made this impression. How many hands actually touched this, you know? But, you know, we just want peace, yes. Oh my God, you're my twin for sure. Thank you. Oh, twin number 4. Here we go. Greece would be I would love to go to Greece. The Mediterranean. You know, I have Italian roots. So yes. Sicily. Anything Middle Eastern. That area is just, to me, is magical and just, oh my God, I would love to go. Anywhere in that area, that entire area. Every place has a different smell and feel. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Big butter Jesus. Yeah. Yes, yes. So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you, Faye. Thank you. I left a 20-year marriage and right after a 3-year relationship. I'm so glad I did. Yeah. It's funny how that happens the older we get, isn't it? Isn't it funny? Sometimes one day you just wake up and you're like, I'm just so grateful to be alive. I'm just happy. Sometimes it just happens. Which scares me a little bit to a degree because I'm like, with all my studies, I'm like, you know, sometimes the soul knows before you know that you're going to pass. So sometimes unintentionally, your soul will start making preparations for the death process. Sometimes it can be a year, 8 months, 6 months in advance, where you'll start, oh gosh, and that's part of a lot of what this reading was about. But sometimes you'll start getting rid of things. You know, you don't even know why. You're just like, I don't need this anymore. Or I'm going to sign this over to you. Or I just want to make sure that all my insurance papers are squared away so that, you know, and if something happens, I want to make sure that this person gets it. Sometimes the soul does that without you even realizing it, because the soul is actually preparing you ahead of time for the death process. And a lot of times people who are at peace, at bliss with their life, sometimes their only soul mission to be here, at least what I've learned in my schooling. I love my teacher. My teacher is so amazing. But sometimes that's the only thing that we're here to do. Sometimes we're not here to really do anything. Some of us are here to make an impact on the world somehow, to awaken certain people. And sometimes when we complete that mission, we go. Sometimes our soul mission is to give birth to a child. And then sometimes we don't make it after that. We just go. Sometimes our mission is to make peace with our father or mother. And then once we do, or we say goodbye, then we pass on. Sometimes our mission is to be like Jesus, Gandhi, you know, Dr. King. Sometimes that's our mission. And then once we complete or fulfill that mission, we go. Everyone's life journey is different. As long as we're meeting that goal, sometimes the soul is ready. I mean, I hate to say it, but you know, what if my soul is ready? I'm at bliss, you know. But, you know, I don't think so. I know I have a lot more work to do here. But if not, then, you know, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure with everyone. I'll just say that. It's been a pleasure. Funny you said that. Had to move back into your mother's place at 30, and now we're actually friends. That's actually not as uncommon as you think. Many, many years ago, I used to give that speech or that advice to others. I remember I lived next to, I don't want to say her name, but, you know, I loved my next door neighbor and her kids. I just loved her so much. Once in a while, she'll message me or talk to me. But loved her, and very Christian family. Loved them so much. that her teenage daughter, while I was at work, used to come over and, hang out with Dexter. And, I used to put food in the house so she could, and I would give her money once in a while. Because I was like, sometimes with my work, I would be too long. So I would have her kind of like take care of my pets. And, she would tell me about how she was with her mom or whatever. Sometimes they just didn't get along. And they really would fight like cats and dogs. I said, you know what? I said, one day your mom's going to be your best friend. And you're going to, and I gave her the whole speech. And it was like, I guess, like her mid-20s. She was like, you know what? She was like, she is. My mom's my best friend. She was like, I can't believe it, blah, blah, blah. Like, And it's a lot of people that are like that. It's a lot of people that are like that. Life happens in cycles and patterns, from what I've noticed. So, all right, everyone. I could talk all night, so let me get off here. I hope everyone has a good night, and come see me Saturday night at 9 p.m. If you're not doing anything, be my date. Saturday night at 9 p.m. All right. So, all right. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you for spending the evening with me, and thank you to the moderators for sacrificing their time and sacrificing their, any kind of piece that they may have had to be able to watch the reading to filter for me. So thank you to my moderators. All right. Have a good night, everyone.